Right then guys, hello and welcome back. Now, find of the week free of charge was a box in a skip. Yeah, I don't know what was in it before, a little bit dirty, cleaned it up, and now this is the housewife box. Had my wife in stitches. Excuse the pun. Yeah, this is actually a sewing kit. I've got quite a considerable collection of poppers and everything like that for trouser repair and bag repair. And I will show you this at some point. It's not vital at the moment because I want to talk about bags as such. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that you like your bug out bag and you've got a rucksack or something prepared. And yes, it's the one thing that I don't really have. I don't have a bug out bag. What I have is I have a cycle of bags that I use during the year depending on my circumstances. Okay, so my latest addition is actually the deployment bag, which is brilliant. It's a hold all really with rucksack type straps on it, which can be quite heavy if you're if it's a full load, but it's got side pockets in it and end pockets, and I'm now going to have to redeploy this because I'm going to be living between 3 places. Because my mum's now ill, I've got to make sure that I'm highly mobile, that I've got my work clothes and my best clothes as well as wash kit and everything in this bag for when she goes into hospital again, or she needs some supervision or something like that. Yeah, this is better than the old traditional Bergen, which, to be honest with you, this one, I like this one because it's very durable. I paid £25 for this second hand, and it's in good condition. And obviously, yeah, you can tuck into a Bergen, but the problem is you've got to get into it to get to the bottom. Yeah, whereas I'm now using this as storage. That's a cycle carrier thing, Mrs. wants that. But the use here in an emergency is to put a jerry can inside and walk with it, instead of doing the Mad Max thing where you've got 2 jerry cans, one on either end to lift it. That's nearly 50 kilograms. Yeah, no, I don't think 50 kilograms over a 5-mile walk, for instance, is very good, but some guys can do it. I can't, so I'm going to deploy that with a jerry can in the car for now. Yeah, it might change later. Yeah, so I've got tons of bags and I've been using these bags for years. Garbage, disposable, industrial work bags, actually quite good. The stitching's quite good, built for purpose. Bag for bag. Little pouch bags like this, obviously, yeah, these are good for putting in a deployment bag where you have all your nicks and knacks in like that. This one, I have a thing about pouched vests. Yeah, this one we use for air softening, or I do, and sometimes my boy does. Yeah, now this is good for even weight distribution around the body. Not that you could go down the supermarket with this because people give you funny looks. Although I have, when I've been on location years ago with my little cameras, I've used this as a camera carrying, equipment carrying, and it didn't look out of place. But you can't go waltzing about like this because people will think you're paramilitary, and paramilitary either is going to scare people or you're going to get ridiculed, aren't you? So, but it has its purpose. It has its purpose. Okay. Normal rucksacks, yeah, well, the higher quality you go, the better quality they'll be and the longer they'll last. This is a good quality one, used by my stepson in the army. Yeah. Now the sausage bag, yeah, some of you'll know this itself has been has done quite a lot of miles. It's been to the Ukraine and back while I was living there, coming back to the UK and working. Pack my clothes up in, away you go. It's now a little bit tatty, but canvas is very durable, like this, 58 webbing. Yeah, so yeah, I got a bag of bags, and now I'm sorting all these out, and I'll just take out the ones I need for what I need now, and then pack the rest away. Yeah, I mean, you know, sports bags for school, that sort of thing. So that's all good. Yeah, and if you remember in the last video, I got this for the missus. Yeah, I'm going to wash that for her, and then the other bag that I got down there, I'll give those for her bicycle so she can use them. The rest of the stuff, what has lasted will stay, what hasn't lasted goes. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is show you on the table the kit that I've got and the quality I've got. Most of it is appalling quality, to be honest with you, simply because I've had to buy cheap. I can't really go out and buy a shoulder bag for 150 quid. That's prohibitive. But if you can afford that type of price, then it is always worth it, because you have got to take into consideration you might have a bug out bag that you will keep in your car, and you may never use it until the occasion arises, but then that's when the rubber hits the road and you have to use it constantly. That's the difference there, and you need the quality to go with it. And the only way you're going to do that is to avoid plastic clips and to avoid cheap materials. And unfortunately, pictures on the internet is not the same as actually holding the stuff and using the stuff. So all the bags that I've got, the tactical bags, I use them, and it doesn't take very long to work out the quality, especially when you give a tactical bag to a schoolboy, who, you know what they're like. They chuck the bags down, they kick them around, or the mates kick them around, they get chucked on the floor when they get home, and they get overloaded all the time. That is then the ultimate test, isn't it, really? So the Miltech one that my boy uses, it's actually lasted the time, although the wear is already starting to show on the shoulder straps and it's tatty, it's still functional. That's what I'm looking at. And of course, if you have a housewife kit with you and you're prepared to stitch things, then all the better, yeah? So anyway, over to the table. On this table here, we have quite a considerable pile of extra bags. Okay, now we're a functional family, which means that everything we have we use, and even if it's put in storage for a little while, it will come out and be used when it's needed to. Okay, and I've got some old stuff, I've got some new stuff, and I've got stuff I don't want to use. Now on this tray here, which is going to go in my housewife kit, I've got to cut this down a bit more. There's clips and straps and bits of elastic that have come out of tactical bags that haven't survived, because my son has used tactical bags ever since he's been at school, and that is a good test, everyday use. And you can see by this what type of tactical bags he had, with the plastic D-rings and the shoulder straps and the clips. The bags themselves, mainly the zippers have gone, or they've ripped. The stitching has been really bad because of the quality of the material. Yeah, simply because of the quality of the material. So I'm going to break that down later, but in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit about my bag collection and how I think anyway. Okay, so what I have is a Milwaukee battery gun container, which I bought off a guy who bought the gun, didn't want to use the bag, so I'm using that for my camera equipment. Yeah, that's it. It screams fragility. It's not sturdy. There's not much you can do with it other than carry it like this, and it's ideal. It's actually ideal size. So I bought that off him. I thought, great, that'll do. Yeah. But at work we have bags like this which carry battery guns. This is a heavy duty bag, cardboard bottom actually, and the orange one that I have here, actually I washed it and it killed the cardboard inside. But yeah, I've got a gun in here, a battery gun, not a weapon. Yeah, this has lasted the time, believe it or not, in a workshop environment, and it is very, very hostile to anything. Materials started to rip, being punctured by a tool, but otherwise it's done okay. It's done okay. And generally work bags, and this is the difference between tactical bags that you buy for pretending to be paramilitary and actual workman's equipment. Workman's equipment tends to work better for longer periods of time, so remember that one. You've seen the bag in my car. Yeah, that is my breakdown van bag. Okay, that gets moved quite a lot, and we'll talk about that later. So you get disposable bags, stuff like this, you get in trucks with toolkits in. These don't last any time at all. They're one use only. You may as well have a carrier bag from a supermarket. These are the same sort of quality. The zips break, they split. Yeah, but how I use them, basically I've got clothing in here which is wet weather gear, which will be, I'll get that out of the way, which will be summer lightweight and winter heavyweight. Yeah, and this is for breakdown in the car. I haven't had to use it. There's 2 sets in each for 2 people. Yeah, just in case maybe you have to walk, something like that. Yeah, so that's crap material. Now I don't know if you remember 58 webbing, some of you guys will. Canvas, this webbing type equipment lasts forever. And I think I had this when I was 20 years old. I had it in my Land Rover. I've put all sorts in it. I've even had it for collecting nuts and bolts at one time. It's still functional. Nothing's broken on it, although it does need the full webbing kit to actually make it work properly. But it's still there. You can put these together for a carrying handle, yeah. So that's the quality I expect. I expect something like this out of a utilitarian bag that's going to be for bugging out, but you don't find them, do you? Not like this, not unless you buy 58 webbing. And this stuff stinks, doesn't it, after a while, especially if it gets damp, it fades and it doesn't look very good. But that would last you the time out in the wilds for a long period of time. You have to remember that, compared to this sort of material, which is cheap. It's cheap, nasty stuff. Yeah, it's cheap, nasty stuff, yeah. So I bought a bag for bugging out from work. This bag, along with some pouches, molly pouches. This I like this, actually. I like this design more than the quality. Yeah, you know what that is, don't you? Yeah. Along with some pouches, which I can put stuff in my tactical equipment for airsofting, or use it in my deployment bag. Yeah, so I've got 2 of those spare, but the bag itself is a real letdown. It has dual zippers, and I've got to try and get this to fail again because it failed on me. Okay, so this zipper here should actually close, but it doesn't. The zipper's failed. You can see that there, can you? The zipper's failed. Disappointing. But inside here, okay, the lining itself is all breaking out. Okay, that's poor quality. That's poor quality, and you only learn by experience. Now, this I took to work every day. They used to call me G.I. Joe for a little while because I was sporting a bag like this. The straps haven't broken, although you can see that they're starting to show signs of strain. Yeah, so I abandoned using this after a while. Yeah. Domestic bags, and I'm pretty sure everybody has a bag of bags because this is my bag of bags. What I tend to do is put all the smaller bags in this bag, this holdall. This is actually pretty good, and I don't even know where I got it from, a car boot sale about 10 years ago. But I keep bags like this in there, the pouches and whatever, and if I need to, for a light journey, like if I'm going on a training course, I will use this bag, and it's lasted. It's durable, but of course it's made of that nylon stuff or polyester or whatever it is, so it's not going to last forever. And of course, if you put a flame to that, it's gone. Yeah. Pouches like this, okay, which come with different webbing kits. I don't like these quick release catches. They are absolutely of no practical use whatsoever for a prepper, yeah, unless of course you're carrying ammunition and you need to access it really quickly, because they don't really hold. It's all plastic, and the plastic falls to bits. But oddly enough, it has poppers on the back of it, Velcro, and steel catches, so it's made durably. This is made for durability, but on the other hand, the catch doesn't, so that could actually be modified if needs be. Yeah, so I bought a shoulder pack for myself. I'll talk about that in a minute, but the major test for any equipment, of course, is use it every day and put it in an extreme situation. That will really tell you how well something will last. So this is a school bag my boy has been using for 2 years now, which is a Miltech one, 38 pounds. I think this is a 30 litre one. Yeah, I think it's a 30 litre one. And surprisingly, after all the kits, the books, the steel toe cap boots, and all the projects he's brought back from school, this has lasted the time, although it is a little bit tatty. And remember, kids chuck the bags down, they kick them about, and they don't take care of them. And he's one of those, which is good, because it's a good test of how durable something can actually be. The only downside of it is the stitching started to go around here. Yeah, so you can see that, which Okay, that is a flaw, and that's not a very good design at all. But he's had other bags that have split all the way along the material along the top here, leaving it unable to be stitched. Okay, this is why I have a housewife kit, because I can repair stuff like this. This is the type of thing you'd expect to happen, maybe rips and tears. Once the zipper's gone, however, that's it. But the zipper's okay on this, although the interior, as you can see, not the best condition. That started to fall away, so it's not the best quality. It's not the best quality, but this is fit for purpose. This is fit for purpose. Yep. And so I went and bought him another one. Which is going to last hopefully the next 2 years of school. Okay. Now, if you want to know the, if you're in for a cheap bag, because that's what they are. Okay. See that? That is its number. Okay, downside, plastic everywhere, webbing which isn't brilliant, plastic catches as usual, and yeah, other than that the stitching's not bad. So yeah, it's lasted the time. I do look for pockets and pouches that are of use, but the more pockets you have, the more stuff you can actually lose. Yeah, not by falling out, but by forgetting. So I bought myself, and this was a cheap one off eBay. This is a tactical shoulder pack, which is actually pretty good for front loading, which is for loading on the front of your body. This is an extra I got from a different bag, and it's just as a light flash. Okay. And I like the design. I love the design of this, but the actual product itself is pants. Okay, so what you'd expect with durability is good clips and D-rings, which I haven't got. They're plastic. A plastic catch, yeah, plastic catch, which is not good because I broke the other one. There was 2 on here, and I broke that. Yeah, the strap itself started to degrade, and I haven't had this too long. Yeah, it's completely degraded here. Yep, cheap crap as usual. Stitching as well, this has failed, and I haven't even put a load on this. It's just failed because it's not stitched correctly. And of course, again, the zipper failed on this one, which I can have it use it one way. Okay, yeah, this dual zipper, when you open it, it's failed, so I've got to stitch that so I can just use one zip without getting into trouble by forgetting which zipper I pulled. Yeah, because you don't know which way you're at this. You open it the wrong way, you walk a little way, the zipper opens and everything falls out. Yeah, I did use this on quite a long trip, and it didn't last the time. I expect years and years of use out of a pack rather than days. Okay, so all this Molly stuff that's got Velcro on and has got all the bits and pouches. Now I do like some of the pouches here, this one especially. I've got my hand in, I'll put a shopping bag in there usually, and that's out of the way. Yeah, and I carry my water bags in this, or my water containers in this, which is good, front loaded. Yeah, accessible straight away without having to take a pack off the back. So I'm looking, and I'm in the market for something that's a bit better than this. Maybe I'll pay up to £50, but I've got to make sure, of course, that the connectors for the strap, because if that fails at all at any time, then you don't have a shoulder pack, you have a carry pack, which means that you don't have hands-free. Yeah, so anyway, now what I've got to do is sort out all my packs that I've got here, get the bag of bags and fill that up with the bags that I'm not using presently, but they all come in useful, and every single one of these bags I've actually used in the past. Yeah, never chuck stuff away unless it's failed. Yeah, so there you go. That's a little bit about packs. I'm not going to give you any product listings or whatever. That's not what I'm here for. Although I did look at one of these shoulder packs, which is actually pretty good. I like the shoulder strap design, but I'm not sure whether the quality will be there. Always plastic zips I'm very, very suspicious about. Yeah, even though I've had jeans with brass zippers and they're broken, it's an unknown quantity, isn't it? Whereas the other snap-on pack, plastic zipper, has worked quite well. But if you have any recommendations at all, you can put it in the links below this video, and we'll see what people come up with. It's always interesting. Products are one thing, but functionality you only learn by experience, and unfortunately a lot of us have had bad experiences and surprises at the wrong time, haven't we? Yeah. So anyway guys, I shall be seeing you later. Take it easy.